Hi, I'm NASA astronaut Rick Mastracchio, veteran of Space Shuttle, Soyuz, and Space Station missions. HeroX launched a challenge to solve a problem for NASA, and I want to provide some context about why this is an important problem to solve for future missions. NASA has not sent astronauts beyond low Earth orbit since the Apollo program in 1972. The Space Shuttle and the Space Station operate in low Earth orbit about 250 miles above the Earth. In the case of an emergency, the crew can return to Earth in only a few hours or less. Now that NASA is going beyond low Earth orbit into lunar orbit and beyond, we have to figure out ways to keep astronauts alive and healthy for many days after a major malfunction, such as loss of vehicle pressure. Normally, the spacecraft provides the crew members with clean air, shelter, water, and food. But imagine a scenario where a crew is on their way to the moon and there is an emergency where the vehicle begins losing cabin pressure. The crew will need to quickly put on their spacesuits to protect themselves from the vacuum of space. Now the suit will provide the astronauts with clean air, shelter, water, and enough nutrients for up to 6 days. This will buy the crew enough time to return safely to Earth, ultimately saving their lives. However, there is another problem with being confined in a spacesuit for 6 days. I can tell you that spaceflight is not always glamorous and people need to go to the bathroom even in a spacecraft. How is this waste treated such that it does not harm the astronaut or even kill them? Given enough time, infection and even sepsis can set in. This is the problem we are asking you to help us with. Some of the things to keep in mind while trying to come up with solutions. While spacesuits are big and bulky from the outside, this new suit is not expected to have a lot of extra volume inside. And as you can imagine, a spacesuit is not built for comfort. The crew may be free-floating, or may be strapped into their seats for the full 6 days, but they will have to strap into their seat for re-entry and landing back on Earth. And they may pull 4 to 5 Gs during re-entry. Currently, crew members use a simple absorbent diaper if they are suited up for longer periods of time. These work fine for liquid waste over a period of 8 to 12 hours perhaps. And in a zero-G environment, liquids will naturally form a perfect sphere due to the surface tension. They're still easily absorbed by any material they come in contact with, the same as under a normal G field. But without gravity, even a mild airflow can be used to move them in a specific direction. Now, as humans push beyond low Earth orbit and travel to the Moon and Mars, we will have many problems to solve. Most of them very complex technical problems, but some are as simple as how do we go to the bathroom in space. It isn't glamorous, but it is necessary for survival. And even though this technology is being developed for spaceflight, like many NASA technologies, it will have applications here on Earth. I imagine that the medical field can make great use of a garment or a device that safely moves waste away from a bedridden patient. So your ideas may not only save a crew of astronauts, but many people here on Earth. The team is excited to review your submissions, visit the challenge page, and submit your designs. Good luck and thanks!